G'day, my name is Schrodinger's Cat, and this is my first ever review of a game, Chivalry Medieval Warfare. Now, as you can see, I just got slaughtered. It's an old game, I admit. I only just got it recently. It only became on sale from my favourite online video game provider. I won't mention their name because they don't pay me. That was me, I believe, getting slaughtered by my good friend Sir Gallant Joey. Not very gallantly, I might add, but still. First of all, I'd like to apologise for it being a small square as opposed to full screen. I just had my recording program updated and I forgot to go in and change the settings before I started recording. Yeah, I'm not very bright and I can't lift heavy things. About the game itself, to be honest, I don't think I've ever had so much fun being slaughtered in my life. The blood, I can understand why people don't like blood in games, but I don't give a rat's, quite frankly. The carnage, again, see previous statement. They're just sheer pure fun. This particular battle at the moment was my first ever in the bots. It might be my second bot battle, I'm not 100% sure. But this is where we started. Me, Sir Gallant Joey, and the ultimate platypus. We didn't even know platypus was actually in the game at the time. But hey, we soon found out very quickly when we started catching fire and burning to death. It was a lot of fun. I learnt a lot. And I got slaughtered a lot, and it was a great deal of fun. Later on in the battle you will see going through my first online, my third online battle, and to see how things progress.
Fucking archer's going down.
Yeah, it's about this time in the battle that we found out that the ultimate platypus was in the game. Judging by the way I'm becoming a mobile marshmallow on a campfire.
I think it might be Archer.
If you're wondering why the conversation seems one-sided on the part of Sir Gallant Joey, that's because my recording software has me muted but everybody else active.
Online it's going to be a lot harder because you get like Yeah. These guys are the same. MLG. Like, I get wrecked. Well, I'm getting wrecked now, but. Cheap shot. Have a cheap shot. Ah, flaming arrows, watch it.
A few things I will say. The AI seem to be quite bloodthirsty, quite devious, and quite willing to come up right behind you and slap you around when you're in the middle of a duel with another player. They will hide and revive themselves, which I find quite good. They take in their own safety into account. One of the things I didn't like about the game is every now and then, I think there was one example at the very beginning, you just suddenly fall apart in pieces. You'll notice this later on the third match that I'll be playing. Running along very early in the beginning of the battle, I was under the assumption it was archers that were doing it, only to find out that by viewing the videos that I wasn't actually being killed, I was just spontaneously dying.
Yeah. And you're fucking wrecking everyone, Victor. Oh. Nice. Fucking come with this dang gun. Fucking.
No, my lord. No, my lord. No, my lord. No. You.
Yeah, here I find myself in my first true PvP battle with many players. This is where we really start to see me getting slaughtered. I don't do very well in this battle at all, but then again it is my first PvP. I'm level 0. It's being a ranked skill level based game. You have to unlock various weapons as you progress, and probably other things as well. It's what you expect. We couldn't find any noob ranked servers for me to jump onto. Not that I probably could have jumped on them with Sir Gallant Joey, who I was gaming with at the time. Oh. Being a higher level player than me. That's a weapons cache for archers and missile users. One of the classes that you can play is an archer type person. And as you can see, there's about what's that? About 15 people or so, maybe 20 people or so I'm playing against. So it should be a rather amusing sport.
Shit, I've got to put a shield on this guy. Ah, that fucking delay.
see, I'm sitting there slowly trying to heal myself. You might have noticed that the bigger weapons tend to be a little bit slower, but they do more damage naturally enough. Smaller weapons are a lot faster, but don't do as much damage, which, you know, in reality, I believe that's the way things go. So you'll see people cruising around with Ditagrabby two-handed swords, and you'll see them cruising around with bill hooks, and various other types of weapons. Two-handed axes. Two-handed axes are pretty awesome. They do a lot of damage. There was earlier on the thing, I was walking around with a warhammer, sort of one-handed warhammer, I think it was. I did enjoy the very first time I played, but I figured I'd just stick with a standard knight type character at the moment, as opposed to the men-at-arms or the archer. The combat style seems to suit me a little better, as you'll find out in the next part of the video.
Ah, here we go.
How is that guy
Shield. What? What did I do? No. No. Now I am. I got killed before you did. Absurd. No. Yeah. Cause I fucking I got killed. Some guy like fucking stabbed me through a shield. Through my shield. I'm trying to absolutely suck balls. Yeah. Fucking, as soon as I get arch, everyone gains up on me.
The game mechanics of this game are pretty straightforward, fairly simple, quite enjoyable. Your left mouse button is your standard attack, or your swing. Your mouse wheel forward does a thrust attack, like you'll see in a moment. And like that. I believe that was one. Mouse back does an overhead swing, I believe. And your right mouse button does your block. Now there are 4 classes, as you can see: men-at-arms, knight, archer, and can't see the other one. But you can, yeah, you can see them. I can't.
Yeah.
This video editing software makes things all nice and small for me, so I can't actually see what I'm looking at while I'm actually supposedly looking at it. And they all have various options and various abilities. I've pretty much only used the knight and the man-at-arms throughout the whole making of this video. I did use the archer once or twice.
This guy's.
Here's an example.
There's this thing
just
that
towards the end of the battle, I got a bit confused towards it.
And bring it down. If you know what I mean.
I fired once and, well, got a case of keyboard dyslexia. Couldn't pull my weapon out. And as you see at the end of the battle, it reduces you to fisticuffs.
I'm trying to swing this guy and
Well,
there's
reduced me to fisticuffs anyway.
happening. That's dodgy as fuck.
And this is my second online PvP experience. This is where True Carnage comes in against me. I get massive in this battle. But I do have enough fun in the battle to not get disheartened and to keep plugging away, which is, as far as I'm concerned, with any game, the best thing you can do. It's also when I noticed that the PvP free-for-all isn't necessarily PvP free-for-all. You'll often find groups of people that will stick together, you know, teammates, mates, clan mates, whatever you want to call them, who will work as a group and fight as a group, which is fair enough. No, you know, no harm to that though. I find it just a bit hard being low level and new to the game to work out who's who. As you saw before, I kept getting my good friend Sir Gallant Joey confused with somebody else.
Like fucking.
Partially because I didn't know what class he was playing.
So these guys are like fucking MLG.
And, well, quite frankly, I don't give a shit. A kill on him's as good as a kill on anybody else. And vice versa, I'm sure.
Oh, what the fuck? How did he change direction? No, like he was freaking faster than he fucking. Yeah, like. It was a good 2 meters away from me and he just fucking snapped direction.
One of the things I did notice about the game that I quite like is the voice command system, which I haven't mastered yet myself, but I did quite listening to other people scream out retreat or haha you nearly got me or
Me and this guy, we better have
various and sundry other taunts that occur during the game. Take in mind this game is a couple of years old as well. You might have heard by Sir Gunner Joe's comments a little while ago about somebody suddenly moving from one side of him to another. Now that could have been lag. Could have been any one of a couple of things. But on the last video that he is on just before he goes to bed, which should be the next one, you might notice that there's a bit of commentary running at the side of the screen about a guy rocking around as a skeleton that can't be killed. Now, that was a bit sus. Just a bit sus. Apparently there might be the odd, you know, I'm not casting dispersions upon anybody or what. But there might be the odd hack running around for this game, which would not be uncommon for games, regardless of how new and or old they are, how secure they are. You always get somebody scumbag who likes to hack shit. So yeah, I'll leave it at that on that point. Here we get the various things you can see, the various weapons that you can unlock, and the various weapons that I have already unlocked being a level 1 character. Not too bad, you get a few different things. There's micro transactions you can do to make your characters look better and probably even buy the odd different thing. This is one weapon that I really loved but was really crap at. Is the small flaming Molotov cocktail. The screams when you hit somebody are, well, in the real world wouldn't be very nice, but in the game they're fucking hilarious.
Oh god. Some guy's a skeleton. For fuck's sake. Oh god. Behind there's a skeleton.
Yeah.
There's a guy running around as a skeleton. I can't die.
No, my lord. No, my lord.
You really do have to appreciate the way people burn in the game, but more importantly, the way you lose limbs and heads and other body parts.
No, my lord.
That guy was about to swing, and then he stabs me.
Midway. Oh fucking hell.
Your cankers swell so much that they would stretch the sword.
Oh, was that you I was drawing?
That must have been you I was drilling.
Yeah. The Vanguard guy. Someone's
Our ships are waiting for a signal. Light the fire.
Excuse me. Alright.
Call quits after this one.
Yep.
As you can see, the amount of times I'm getting spawned in this particular match playing with the little flaming fire thing with Molotov cocktails is pretty fucking significant. Which just proves to me that the stand back and try and be light and agile with Molotov cocktails thing just doesn't work for me very well. Because eventually, well, after the first one, you run out of Molotovs. So it makes it a little bit difficult for me. I eventually gave up on that as just a bad joke, but I stuck with it for most of this match just to see how it went.
He's and I.
It's a lot more fun when it's just like mates just run around fucking. Yeah.
Alright, this is the last video I'll be putting up. Another map. I love it. Very detailed. The maps in this are quite good, they're quite fun. Even from the arena to that forest map that was before. I did actually like the game. One of the confusing things, as I was saying before, the recording software decided to glitch out and not record any of my last part of the narration for this video. Was, as you might have seen a little while ago, I was running along and I just fell apart again. As a whole, I'd give the game a good 8 out of 10. I didn't pay much for the game. I got it on special from said famous internet video game provider. Again, I won't mention their name because they're not paying me. The game's a few years old, so I paid $8 for it. It was on special. If the game comes out in a new version thereof, sometime in the next couple of years, I'd consider paying full price for it off the shelf. Or digitally downloaded, so to speak. The graphics are quite good, quite entertaining. I mean, they're reasonably simple. You know, no lens flare, lighting effects, or none of the U-bit hyper shit that you get in some games. But it's not the be-all and end-all of a game if it doesn't have all the U-bit lighting effects. As you can see, it is quite colourful. It's quite nice. It flows well. The game mechanics are fairly simple and fairly reasonable. There's a bit of lag I've noticed from time to time with some people, but that might just be their location, I'm hoping, not any other intervention issues on their behalf. Yeah, gameplay's simple. It's not necessarily. It's a bit of a Twitch slaughterer, but not necessarily. It doesn't have a great deal of tactics or strategy in it. You know, I think I'm about to get as tactical and strategic as I've ever been in the game by slicing that guy in half after I jumped after him and then dying myself. It's a thoroughly enjoyable game. 8 out of 10. No problems whatsoever in giving it an 8 out of 10. I reckon if there's a large group of you on a private server and you're all friends and you're all in some form of TS or Skype, you would have the time of your life. It'd be a great evening for you and the whole clan or the whole family, or however you play your games online, or even at home by yourself with bots. The bots aren't a great challenge from what I noticed, but they're a fun challenge. It'd be, I don't know whether you can dig around with the bots and change their skill levels. I haven't looked into it that much. This is just my first night playing the game, and I was letting other people host the servers and when we were playing the bots, and also just joining off other people who had previously joined. One of the useful things about said internet video game service provider. And as you just saw, I was only level 2 by the end of the night, which isn't too bad. It's a nice progression. 2 hours or so, level 2. There would have been 4 games, so it probably wouldn't have been 2 hours. Probably would only been about an hour and 20 minutes, I suppose. It's a game for young, game for old. It's a game for those people who love to slaughter things regardless, and a game for people who love to, you know, medieval history type buffs that like to look at that sort of shit.
Yep. Have a good one.
I'm a bit of all of the above. I'm just a general gamer. I'm not a Twitch shooter myself, so I like lots of different games for lots of different varieties. I was a COD kiddie for about a year or so, and then I found out that there are other games out there, and I changed my whole attitude towards certain games. Free games, expensive games, games are games as far as I'm concerned, so long as they've got playability and a little bit of modability for the community to get behind. I think that's all that matters, really. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of various ages and descriptions, have a lovely night. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you out there somewhere on the internet. Good night.